And I think, yeah, it's like, what is the best use case of Meta, MetaQuest, Oculus Rift S, MetaQuest, virtual realities? Yeah, it's definitely for PR0N. The best musical I ever watched was the Avenue Q, right? Like, you know the song, the internet is for porn. It's like, yo, that's super facts. It's like, what? How much of the internet bandwidth is consumed by Upron, RedTube, Reddit Girls Gone Wild, Reddit NSFW, animated GIF, Asian girls, sexy Japanese girls, right? So a simple heuristic, right? Whenever you meet a dude, doesn't matter if guys or women's or whatevs, right? You just be like, ask them, right? Super simple. It's like, what do you think about Maria Ozawa? Especially when you meet men who have done married Asian American women, right? No matter what pigment, what Pantone you is, just be like, what do you think about Maria Ozawa? It's like, does Mark Zuckerberg know who Maria Ozawa is, right? And actually, it's funny too, because the reason why a lot of people like the Japanese prawns, right, is because a lot of Americans, they done love this idea of like the tuna fish, right? Like they done become like little dolls or passive. I think American men want passive women, right? They essentially just want like a Japanese female sex bot, I think is the vibes. And also Japan is super interesting because, I've been there a bunch of times. Shout out to my friends Michael Bellamy Hunt, y'all's the goats. And also Mijonju, the whole crew. Huge thanks to Charlie Kirk for getting me started in this whole adventure that keeps ever evolving. In Japan's interesting because I was like, I've been thinking about a lot of ChatGPT, DALL-E, right? It's like, why is pornography seen as so bad as it is in America, right? In Japan, it's interesting because the attitudes towards prawn and, sex in general, it's like, Japan's a fascinating case because they follow kind of more like animalism, Shinto beliefs, right? It's not like Christianity, it's not Protestantism, like countries you cannot really trust is like America, South Korea, most of the world, right? Because we follow some sort of God of Abraham, God, Allah, whatever you want to call it. So as a consequence, like in Japan, they call it AV, adult videos. They blur the genitalia, right? Which is like, I think it's a good idea, right? Even if you look in Japan, the history of shunga, the kind of looks like hentai art, right? Was essentially like not a big deal. Like people just treated it like playing cards, right? Like, in the military, right? Like they had pictures of like these hot, naked babes with big boobs and stuff, just like posted on the walls. I'm like, yeah, that's good motivation if you're like about to get killed or you got to kill somebody or get killed, whatevs, right? So anyways, as a consequence, it's like kind of not a big deal, right? Like even in ancient Rome, ancient Greece, right? Like, coitus, naked people, it wasn't a big deal. But now we have too much of these like American, Quaker, Protestant ethics of like, profanity, nudity is bad, right? I'm always walking around naked, right? There's like it was funny because I'm just like playing at the park, right? I'm just like, playing with sand today, and this little kid comes up, she's like, excuse me, ... why are you naked? And then the kid's like 7 years old, and I said, excuse me, why do you like to poop? Kid starts laughing. I'm like, why do you like to fart? Starts laughing, right? So yeah, in America, we have this very strange perverted thinking because like nudity is seen as a bad thing, right? Yet 99% of guys, maybe close to 100% guys, at least in America, tech Google worker, is definitely on the prawn, right? Let me just like go through the list, right? Pirate Bay, piratebay.se, the Pirate Bay, thepiratebay.org. If you have a VPN, yeah, Google Incognito, you got Brave browser, you got Brave browser in private mode, Safari in private mode, Firefox Focus. What are you really looking at, bro? What you looking at? Even Apple's putting out the their new private pics and hidden whatever. Like y'all just trying to hide the nudes, hide the dick pics, right? Eventually it'll all leak out. Even like apparently it's kind of gross, right? And it's like public information, right? Like Kim Kardashian nude pics all over in the interwebs, right? Just go on DuckDuckGo and just you could find them super easy. Or also Kanye, apparently he has a huge member. Somebody leaked his dick pic, right? But anyways, yeah. So Americans like are so obsessed with sex, nudity, blah 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 blah, pornography. Yeah, in real life, they'll be like so hush hush about it, right? It's like, and it's kind of this weird bias too, especially being in LA, right? LA. All the girls be wearing the booty shorts and the yoga pants and showing off the body parts. But then men somehow becoming like, you gotta wear oversized flannel, super overflow, baggy ass jeans. You gotta put on sunglasses, put on facial hair, put on a baseball cap. You gotta hide your face. Don't make eye contact. Put on earbuds. Y'all a bunch of cowards. Don't be a coward. And yeah, then you're driving around your AMG G-Wagon, murdered out, matte black, all matte black, everything. Or driving your, what else you drive? AMG G-Wagon, what the funny cars? Good morning. That's like the Range Rover. Oh yeah, murdered out Range Rover. I'm like, bro, you drive a Range Rover, you know you driving a Tata Group, you know, Indian Corporation, the Tata Group, right? You drive AMG G-Wagon. It's like, I see more G-Wagons than I see Honda Civic. Actually, pro tips. I forget the rapper who said it, right? Like, you finna get a G-Wagon, don't get no tints on it, right? Because my suggestion is, tints is for cowards, right? Because like, you want to look all cool and shit like that, but you don't want to make no eye contact with nobody because you're a coward. And actually, it's so bad. So a lot of men tend to be disparaging towards other men. They'd be like, oh, use a B, right? The B word. I don't like the B word, right? But it's been like so weirdly made mainstream. It's like people like, you know, quip in and around, right? And especially like, I don't trust these dudes like who be like, oh, you know, quit being a B, da 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 da, right? Like the reason why I'm so anti, unless you've grown up with domestic violence where your dad is calling your mom a stupid effing B all the time, like trillions of times, as like ever since you're like 5 years old until like high school, college, yeah, you're not respectful. So otherwise, what I would say is, to a man, you don't call them B, just call him a coward. Super easy. Ooh, rawusa.org. Yeah. Yeah, the real demigod diet, 100% organ meat diet. People are like, oh, eating meat is bad for you, bad for the planet. I'm like, how about organ meats? How about beef liver, beef heart, beef kidney, beef intestine, beef tongue, beef head, right? Cabeza, right? Tripa. And they'd be like, ... No response. Just like ask somebody, it's like, is beef liver red meat, question mark? What would Bill Gates say? And yeah, I just don't trust Bill Gates either. I mean, like, another question, does Bill Gates watch porn? When he opens up the Bing Google Incognitos, like what browser does he use? Oh, Edge, right? When Bill Gates opens up Edge private browser, has he ever once looked at prawn? Most definitely yes, right? And anyways, the reason why I find this important is it humanizes people, makes you think that everyone's kind of the same. Watch the movie Ex Machina where they create the fake AI, chatbot, sex bot, android, female thing based on the dude's Google Incognito pornography habits. Very telling.